And the way we're going to do this, we're going to start with Coach's opening statement. We're going to answer and we're going to ask the coaches questions so we can get him out to radio. Coach, I'll have you go ahead and start.
Okay. Well, I just told our guy, I think it's a good sign for our program when you win a game by, I think it was 16 tonight at home, and you feel a little sense of disappointment. I mean, I felt like we weren't at our best tonight, more so from an emotional standpoint than a physical standpoint or even an execution standpoint. I just think we just weren't sharp offensively. We turned it over a little bit more. I thought in the first half, because that was a game where we should have had 20-some assists. I don't know how many we ended up with, but we just weren't ourselves. We weren't as sharp. We've really practiced well, which is hard to do. It's a credit to these guys. The last 2 or 3 days, we haven't practiced long, but we've practiced well, and that's really difficult to do. But I told them at the 8-minute media timeout in the second half, it just didn't seem like we weren't having any fun. I can't say enough about our crowd showing up and on a Monday night and sending these guys off for the last home game the way they did. And I thought we owed them a little bit more than we gave them tonight. But this team I haven't said that a lot about this team this year. But I'm not mad at them. I just want them to understand that the standard that we've set for ourselves, we talked at halftime about winning the second half. We came out and we got beat by 4 in the second half. And those things can't happen, especially at home. But we got the win, and we lived to see another day, and it's about surviving and advancing this time of year, and thank goodness we are.
How much would you, if at all, attribute to that kind of being off, like you just referred to the layoff? I mean, it's been almost a year since you played.
I hate making excuses. In Norfolk State, they had one less day, I guess, than us in terms of the layoff. But and I respect that team and that program. They've got good players, and they've got, they weren't at their best tonight. But again, altitude, and I thought the pace of the game in the first half was good. But I'm not going to use our layoff because, again, we have practiced well when we've laid off. So I've tried to change it up a little bit.
What's ahead of you coming up Wednesday night? Very short turnaround.
Yep.
How do you make sure that you're sharp?
Well, these guys, I think they'll respond. I mean, the one thing about our guys is they've responded usually to adversity, every year. And again, I want to say we were terrible tonight. We weren't. We just weren't ourselves, and we weren't as sharp as we needed to be. But Wednesday night, we know we're going to have to be better than we were tonight, and sharper and more crisp. We got to catch the ball better. I thought we got to pass and catch the ball better. It's funny. The first day of practice, the offensive emphasis today is pass and catch cleanly. Back in September, and here we are in late March, and I thought we had some opportunities to make passes and make catches and finish plays and blow this thing open. We let that slip away a little bit. But yeah, Wednesday, Texas is good. They got good players, and it's going to be a heck of an opportunity.
Coach, what was that moment like for you at the end of the first half? I don't know if you got a chance to take it in, where the fans were out giving. Evan was the only guy in the court.
Yeah. That was one of those kind of goosebump moments. I thought, I think gives an indication what our fans think of Evan, and I think they feel that way about our whole team. The starting lineups when McKinley gets introduced. I mean, you can just feel that little extra juice they've got for him. So, these guys have earned that with the way they've played and the way they've connected with our fans. But now it's up to us, and with that, the easy part, I wouldn't say easy. I mean, it looks easy, but these guys, putting themselves in that position is easy. The hard part is coming out every single night we step on the floor. And that's what makes college so much different than the NBA. The NBA, they have 80, 82 games. Here we got 30, 35, maybe 40 if you're lucky. We got to give it to them every night, and and for the most part we have. Again, I can count on one hand how many times our guys have not been emotionally into the game, and I'd have some fingers left this season. I mean, they've done a pretty good job, but tonight was just a little bit of a step back. But we'll learn from it and be ready to go Wednesday in Austin.
Any thoughts on that matchup yet?
Yeah, I've watched them on film. Not a lot. You don't always put the cart in front of the horse, but Coach Roan's watched a lot. I did watch him play, the other night when they won. But they're a talented team. I know McKinley's got a guy. They got a guy from Minnesota on that team that I know he's good friends with. And they got some talented guys that we've seen on the AAU circuit. We recruit Texas a lot. So they got some good players. But should be a heck of a matchup. We got some good players, and we've got a team that's playing well right now. These guys love each other. They're connected. We just got to go down and make it happen. And it'll be a great test on the road. Great test.
Coach, after Dayton, you gave Shane a challenge just to kind of step things up defensively. How did he respond to that? Would you say?
Yeah, I think Shane wasn't himself tonight. He twisted his ankle in practice pretty good a couple days ago, so he wasn't full speed tonight. We need Shane to be the shooter that he's capable of being. We need to be the defender that he was in Las Vegas because he has shown some. So I'm not going to make excuses for him, but I am going to say I'm going to give him a pass tonight. But we're going to need him Wednesday night, dialed in defensively and making open shots when he gets them. And that's what shooters have to do, especially this time of year. And it doesn't have to make every one of them, but he's just got to play with confidence. And that's the one thing I want Shane to do.
Let's get a final question in for Coach. You don't have one?
Good.
All right, great. Let's start
All right.
with the players.
Okay, fellas.
Coach. Evan, same question to you. What was going through your head that moment when you were kind of like, oh, shucks, I don't know what to do there. That was got to be crazy.
I was just so confused as to why they were clapping. I mean, I know I can feel the sense of love that they have for me, but I was just blown away by the fact that they were clapping so much and really clapping for a long time too. So it meant the world to me to see them clapping and see the whole stadium just rise up.
You tried to get on the microphone after the game. What were you going to say to the crowd?
I was just gonna say thank you for coming. I mean, you have to come on a Monday night. Spring breaks. All the students aren't here. It meant the world to us knowing that the crowd came out.
Kinley, what do you guys have to do better Wednesday night?
Play with emotion, starting with me. I wasn't fully there tonight, so I think these guys, their actions follow a lot what I do. So when I'm not there emotionally, a lot of them will follow me, so I got to start off better Wednesday night in Austin with more emotion.
Evan, how's the quad feeling?
It was my calf, Yeah, did that move on the second half, little drop step spin, felt it a lot. So yeah, it's good though.
Evan, a lot of points in the paint tonight, particularly from yourself. Did you see yourself playing such a big role in this game?
I mean, I try to do the same thing every game, just, shoot when I'm open, pass the ball when I'm not, rebound. So, I mean, it's nothing different from what I try to do every game. So, the fact that I score a lot in the paint, just a plus.
What's the most important thing with such a quick turnaround? You guys are going to have to get on a plane, fly down there tomorrow. What's the most important thing for you guys? Rest, good practice. What do you have to do?
A little bit of both. I think some guys got to get in the cold tub and hot tub, get their legs back under them. I'm sure tomorrow's practice will be very light. And we'll be ready to go Wednesday. That's really it. Just get off our feet a little bit and get a little bit of rest.
For both of you, team's on a great run, teamwork, offense and defense. When did you feel this come together in each one of you?
I've said this before, early in the year, after our Oregon State loss, we played Oregon, and we played music before every game, and I huddled everybody up and told them to look to the left and right and tell them we love each other. And we all did that, and ever since then we just had this thing kind of rolling. So I just think when we show our love for each other and one another feels it, and we just go out and play for each other.
I think it was after Stanford, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's the game before Oregon State at home. We took that game away. We were up by 10 or something in the first half and just let it slip. And we played our butts off at Oregon here versus Oregon State. We came up on the short end, but I think after Stanford, we just I think after Stanford we got that letter too. I think so. We just really bonded together, came together as a family, and just really, fought and implemented that word "fight" in our circle.
Is there anything to a Pac-12, Big 12 matchup here, kind of upholding the conference's reputation a little bit? Have a chance to play the Big 12 that's supposed to be?
It'll be fun. It'll be fun to get this one for the Pac-12. We're both Power 5 schools, so we can steal this one. It'll be good for us, this program. just the Pac-12 as a whole.
You guys are 12-4 in the last 16 games. You are someone that admitted there were some problems and not going the way you wanted to. How much care and attention to detail did you take it personally to fix this team that got fixed?
I took a lot of it, actually. I was beating myself up about it a lot. After one of our losses early in the year, we're coming back at the airport, and Coach Inglis told me I had a conversation with Coach Inglis. He told me, as a leader, as a point guard, I have to find a way to get this team to win. Get guys more shots like Deshaun and Shane and Lucas, who shoots the ball really well. Feed Tyler and Evan more, and just try to pick them up from an emotional standpoint as well. So like when we were struggling early in the year, I was beating myself up a lot about it because I wasn't playing my best either. I was struggling, and it was killing me. But I promised Buff Nation we were going to figure it out. And we had a lot of good practices, came together as a family, and started loving each other more, playing for each other. So that's really it.
Anything else for the players? All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.